You're either growing or you are dying. That's what a seminar facilitator said from the front of the room many years ago. And I realized, you know what? He's right. He's right. I'm either growing or I'm dying. And at that moment in time, I was on the wrong side of that scale. That was the moment when my obsession with continuous expansion and growth and development really became front and center for me. And I mention all of that because, well, here I am. I am in another period of expansion, another area of growth. And I want to share a bit more about that with you today. Before we go any further, hey, hi, hello. My name is Heather Patterson, if we have not met yet. For those of you who we meet week to week, thank you for being here. Welcome back. If you're new here, be sure to first of all hit that subscribe button. And also just know that while the message for this week is more tailored to people who have been watching over time, I want to assure you that the message in and of itself, the overarching message, is applicable whether we know each other or not. So I mentioned that I am in another period of growth, another dimension of my life and my business. And I want to tell you a bit more about that. Before I tell you, I want to give a little bit of backstory. So you may have heard me joke in the past that I didn't choose real estate chose me. And how that looked was about 10 years ago, I was running my own HR consulting organization. And I was consulting with business owners primarily around their workplace culture and leadership, management, that sort of thing. And I was a member of a business development group where our jobs, our roles were to keep an eye out for opportunities for one another. And the real estate agent in the group said, I have no idea what you do, but if you could come do it for me, then maybe I could refer you business. Meanwhile, I thought, I don't think that this is really a match. As far as I could tell, real estate agents didn't run businesses, let alone organizations that had culture and systems and processes and leadership. Well, boy, was I wrong. And I'm so glad for that agent and his inclination to extend an invitation to me to show off what I could do. That was about 10 years ago and led to working with some of the most successful real estate agents really in the entire country. It led me to leading a brokerage here in Scottsdale. And ultimately, it gave me the skills and experience to co-lead the team I have today, S4 Real Estate, also based out of Scottsdale. I'm just so grateful for the very off opportunity or off chance that he said, I just don't even know what you do, which that's definitely an alarm to me that I wasn't communicating right. But nonetheless, it led me down this beautiful path. Here I am at this sort of crossroads. I've had my coaching business for many years. Like I mentioned, I've run a real estate brokerage of about 400 people. I have the team. We're now 15 people strong, and it's time to grow again. So what am I up to? Just tell me already, right? You're thinking, well, for those of you who are not aware, I am not licensed, and the time has come for me to pursue my Arizona real estate license. So I start school on Monday, January 27th. That's late January 2025, in case you're watching this some other time. And it's a part of my goals for the year, and in particular to be completed, the licensing part to be completed in the first quarter. So I look forward to jumping back in on a video, maybe popping a bottle of champagne and celebrating with you once that is done. So you might be wondering, why are you getting licensed? Why now? What really caused that? Well, a few things are going on. Number one, in the last 12 months, my business partner has had some personal experiences that is not my news to share, that really highlighted that, it would probably be a good idea if me, the other operating partner, were licensed, giving me the ability to step in at a deeper level that was also compliant, right? So being able to add value to my real estate team in that way that I'm simply not able to do without a license. The other factor that is at play here is whether it's coaching agents on my team or coaching agents outside the team in other parts of the country. My understanding of real estate and the transactions and the process only goes so far right now. It is in large part theory. Now, I have a very up close and personal, perspective, more so than maybe some other, generic business coaches out there, because of my involvement with S4 real estate and having run the brokerage and that sort of thing. However, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to deepen my understanding, learn the mechanics, and actually transact such that I can have more understanding, better insights, and be more effective as a coach and leader in this field. And then the third reason, and you might be thinking, duh, is the income opportunity. Look, I am a connector and regularly make introductions. And, in deciding, gosh, is it time and when and how? And, one of my mentors said to me, you'd just be stupid not to. You are giving up income opportunity. And I just thought, yeah, I would be stupid not to do that. Right? Now, as you know, getting your real estate license is no small feat. Here in Arizona, it's 90 hours. I am definitely more of an in-person classroom style learner. And so for the next 3 weeks, I will be in class 3 days a week from, I think it's 8 to 5:30 every day. A lot of information coming in. It's going to be very inconvenient. It's going to mess with some of my routines and my schedules and all of that. But you know what? In the long run, it's going to be well worth the short-term inconvenience. So now I want to turn it back to you, right? Because there's always a message in my story or someone else's story where we can look and see, how does this apply to me? So for you and your business, right? Maybe it is a certification. Maybe it is some sort of credential. Maybe it is honing a skill that you have. Maybe it is immersing yourself in a new environment, like a mastermind or accountability group. Perhaps it's forming a different arm or vertical in your business, like staging or construction or design, that sort of thing. What is it for you that if you were to pursue and maybe be temporarily inconvenienced and uncomfortable, but would bring you a great deal of value, reward, growth? What is it for you? And why are you putting it off? Is it time to shed that resistance and lean in and go for it? Only you are going to know the answers here, right? But I'm going to suggest to you that it's probably more you're putting it off. It has more to do with it being uncomfortable and inconvenient than anything else. And so if it's going to be of value to you and it's going to add to your growth, it's worth pursuing. I'd love to hear what you have come up with in your mind, and if this conversation has inspired you to, enroll in that class, file that LLC, go register for that training or whatever it is, right? I want to know, right? Because I too am on a journey of growth and expansion right along with you. We can cheer each other on together. So if you're watching this on, say, YouTube, you can leave a comment. If we are connected via email, by all means, hit that reply button, and I'd love to, just hear what you have to say in an email. Until next time, I would love you to be sending me all the good vibes for real estate school. I'm going to send them right back out to you for whatever it is that you're working on. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being here.